Hi there, it's Wendy from wendybottrell.com, and today our topic is why I started intermittent fasting and the lessons I've learned. And just as we begin, this is a quote by Roy T. Bennett. Believe in yourself. You're braver than you think, more talented than you know, and capable of more than you imagine. So just keep that in mind as we're going through this video information today. So as I say, today I'd like to share the lessons that I've learned so far on the journey of intermittent fasting. Now, I began experimenting with intermittent fasting at the beginning of 2020. Now, this is a practice, it's something that I'd heard about for quite some time. Attended an online summit on this information, and I was intrigued with the idea. Yet, it made me very uncomfortable trying to go without food. Weird, right? The idea of being hungry made me feel uneasy and not something that I wanted to commit to, frankly, so I put it off for a long time. Then one day I was listening to Wim Hof, the Iceman, and he said something that changed everything for me. And this isn't a direct quote, however, his message was, that I heard that day, is that today humans, we're not tough enough. We live too easily. Modern human beings are never really cold or really hot or really hungry. Or we don't push ourselves outside of our comfort zones anymore. We live in perfectly heated and air-conditioned homes for the most part. We have any kind of food that we want close by, always close by. Most of us don't even have to push ourselves to get off the couch and go outside for a walk. And certainly many of us don't exercise that pushes us to the max of our bodies or our minds. I took some time to think about this, if this was true for me. See, I've been willing to experiment with so many ideas over the past 20 years in my health and fitness journey, yet I wasn't willing to experiment with fasting. So you see, I had already started to do cold showers. I was doing Wim Hof breathing, training hard, and so much more. Yet I wasn't willing to at least give intermittent fasting a try. I didn't want to feel uncomfortable with feeling hungry. It made me realize I had to toughen myself up. I decided I was going to begin a 30-day experiment with intermittent fasting. That experiment has turned in now to almost 2 years of practicing fasting. Learning about myself, and today I would like to share some of the ideas that I learned along the way. The first thing I learned about myself is I must always be willing to do those things that make me uncomfortable. This is what makes me stronger and willing to do more in my life. I began my experiment of intermittent fasting, and it really has been great. What I was extremely uncomfortable and resistant to in the beginning has turned out to be a great gift. Not only am I fasting most days of the week now, I'm doing the 16-8 protocol, and I've been able to push myself a couple of times to do a fast for over 30 hours, which is absolutely something that I never thought in a million years I'd be able to accomplish. I've allowed myself to be persistent in the area of doing something new without knowing how it would turn out for me. And I've had some huge wins. I feel better. I've reduced my weight. I'm down about 45, 50 pounds. I have more energy. I continue to practice intermittent fasting, as I say, as we've gone into this for almost 2 years now. The learning here is to never underestimate what I'm capable of, and that's what I'm asking you to consider, going outside of your comfort zone and realizing what you're capable of when it comes to your health and fitness. And as I say, it seems the same for you. We're all tougher and able to do more than we think. We just have to give ourselves the opportunity to experiment and practice. I never thought I would be able to exercise in a fasted state. Another thing that I learned that this is not true for me. Each morning now I go out for my walk fasted, and it does feel great. Now I can even now go out for 10-15 kilometer hikes in the forest in a fasted state. When I began going out on the longer hikes fasted, I did bring something with me just in case. And I realized I didn't trust myself to know that I can do what I put my mind to. No problem, feels great. So it's a quote by Napoleon Hill. Whatever your mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. And that's true, certainly in this circumstance. This has been a great lesson I learned, my experience of beginning the practice of intermittent fasting. The important lesson here is I can do more with my health and fitness when I believe it and take action, and I can accomplish anything. When it comes to health and fitness, mindset matters for our best life. Oops, sorry, extra. So, there's our what I've learned. We'd love to hear any ideas, thoughts, or comments that you have below in the comment section below the video. And be sure to get in touch with us and let us know how we can help you. So I want to thank you for connecting with us here today. We would like to ask you to like and share if you found value. We do invite you to subscribe to our channel here on YouTube. This just allows us to get more exposure on YouTube, which we would be grateful for. And if you hit the bell, you'll get notified of our new videos and information. So thanks again for connecting. I'm Wendy Bottrell. You can find out more about us at wendybottrell.com. Bye for now.